This maybe?
To arms, all of yous!
The mother goddess, she giveth and taketh away.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? What the hell? Man, that was clean. What? Because, she's banking off of this too. Whenever you play a warrior, damage to a random enemy unit. She's amplifying this, the passive. Wow.
No retreat, not one step.
I think opponent may be starting to get worried. Okay, hold on. So how's this work now? I'm using this to kill iced in combination with that. Oh my goodness. I like it. I like it, man.
I fish death? How dare you, foul swine?
My beauteous Calanth.
May Freya choose the victor.
Good. Hey, what's up, legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. Before we get into today's list, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take the time to do so now. My next objective is to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your help and support in achieving that goal. For today, I've come around to a Skellige Warriors list, incorporating all of the new cards that were released. Leader ability is Blaze of Glory. Order, move a Skellige unit from your deck to your graveyard, then damage an enemy unit by its power. So, our leader ability is, of course, to be used at best when Iced is on the board. It has a very good interaction with Iced. And another reason why I went for this leader is because I think it can just really ensure that we get the value we want out of playing this unit here. I think it's pronounced Sov. So, Sov, I'm not sure. So when we thin out the beast, which will be for us the Hafru, we have an option to use our leader if we must to remove this unit. But I'm hoping that we're going to be able to generate enough Bloodthirst to be able to just destroy this initially when it gets summoned to the board. So just keep those things in mind. Stratagem that I'm running is Mask, because we are running the discard package in this deck to help us get round control. So with this stratagem, it allows you to draw a card, then discard a card, spawn 2 crows in your melee row. The discard targets for stratagem, of course, will be Morkvarg. We also have the 2 skirmishers that you see here. They are the best discard targets, but bear in mind, you could discard a copy of one of our bronze cards. So we've got a number of bronzes in here that you could use at that time. Our stratagem also has really good synergy with Coral. So if you can delay clicking stratagem until Coral is on the board, I believe that's the best way to play it, because you'll get some extra damage according to Coral's ability as well. So what I'm going to do is run you through this list bottom up, explain how best to play each card, when to play it during match, and then we're going to discuss how to execute the strategy for this deck. Now, bear in mind, I am showing you this deck list ahead of actually testing this deck at all, because of the time when the patch drops for me and this new patch comes about and these new cards are released. It's a bad time for me, so I haven't had time to test this deck actually in play. So I've really just put this together based off my experience and what I think will work according to these cards. So let's say there's a bit of an experiment with this deck and we can tweak it later on according to how it's going to play. So to begin with, we've got 2 Brockfar Warriors. Deploy, damage an enemy unit by 3. If the target is damaged, repeat the deploy ability with a different target and decrease the damage by 1. So deploy abilities are always reserved first. So what I think will happen with this card is if we damage a unit which is not damaged, it will still allow us to kind of repeat that ability and transfer it onwards. Basically, we want to commit the Brookfire Warrior over the course of a long round 3 in combination with what was that card's name again? Ulula, with this card. So there's a really good synergy with how this card works when we're applying damage through the use of our warriors. So I believe if we can save this bronze card, especially to be used in combination with her, I think it can really pop off. So try to save that card for then. But as you can see, we've got a lot of golds that we're going to be using in this deck. We can't carry all the cards we want into a long round. So what I'd suggest is with these bronze warrior cards that you see here and our raid card, kind of feel free to commit one of each of them round 1 or round 2. And then, you know, you could take a copy or 2 of the bronzes over a long round 3 with the rest of our golds. Moving on, we have the Haymate Skull. We have 2 of these. Play these range throw. We get to draw a card, then discard a card. We've discussed the discard targets. Also, try to play this card after Coral's down on the board first. We want to commit our discard package round 1 to increase our deck consistency. Make sure we find our best cards by the time we go into a long round 3. We are playing Drummond Berserker. This card got buffed. I think the provision cost dropped from a 5 to 4. At the end of your turn, damage self and a random enemy unit by 1. Berserk 3, transform into Bear Abomination. So my idea for having the Berserkers in here, once again, just like these 2 Bronze Warriors, is to synergize with Ulula. Okay, with how this card works. So keep that in mind. Best played with her as well, if we can at that time. We have one little Hufru. Deploy Bonded. Increase this card's base power by 2. We don't have to worry about that. We've only got 1 copy. Order. Damage self by 4. Spawn rain for 2 turns on an enemy road. Don't have to worry about that either. Why? We are strictly having this card in our deck just for Sov to thin out. Sov. Okay, so this is one of the new cards. It has immunity. It can't be manually targeted by the opponent. Zeal Order. Summon a beast from your deck to the opposite row and infuse it with Death Wish. Boost the enemy this card twice by own base power, then damage it by 1 for each damaged enemy unit. Okay, we want to commit this warrior card towards the end of a long round 3. And what we're going to be doing is when we play this, it may be wise to use the Zeal Order ability right away just to thin out this little Hufru from our deck. So then the idea for this beast is that we must always keep this in our deck at all times. Keep in mind, it's kind of like an iced Yuta thing. You know, Yuta has to be in deck all times for iced. That's the kind of same idea. Hufru has to be in deck at all times now for this card in this build here. So you can actually float the order, as we can see there, because you can click on it to summon the beast out when you want. Maybe you could play it like that if you think it's safe to do so. Maybe you could play this card and then wait till you generate more Bloodthirst, wait till you have some more control options, click the order, and then destroy that beast. It's up to you how you want to play it. We are looking as much as possible to destroy that beast card through the use of all of our other options other than leader. But like I said, if we can't destroy it with our other options, we always have leader ability as a final way just to get that unit out off the board and boost this card up. We have double Haymate Spear Maiden. Deploy, damage an enemy unit by 2, then damage self by 2. Also has great synergy with... I couldn't get this card's name right. Ulula. I called her Ulala. Okay. So we're playing Spear Maidens because of the synergy they provide with this card. So you can play them later on there as well. That's fine. Also, we need a number of warriors in our deck because we are playing Harold. So Harold's got a nice passive ability here, as you can see. So yeah, just more warriors. Also, nice thing about this card is it can generate more Bloodthirst for some of the conditions that we have in this deck, okay? So you can play one round 1, play one round 3, if you like. Double Feral Bond. spawn Skellige wolves on an enemy row, damage it by 1, then create a bronze Skellige warrior. I believe that's just going to be a choice of 3 at random. But if we have Bloodthirst 3, you may spawn and play any bronze Skellige warrior instead. I believe the idea for Feral Bond is that we want to play this over a long round 3 to help set up this unit to destroy the beast when it gets summoned. In addition to that, I think having Bloodthirst at that time can allow Feral Bond to pull us and create maybe another warrior of this kind. And then that could really amplify the ability of this card here. So keep those synergies in mind. I mean, I guess you could even go for something like a Greatsword with Feral Bond on Bloodthirst 3, which isn't so bad as well. So if you can save the Feral Bonds long round 3, that's great. You could play 1 round 1, 2. As I said, we can't take all these cards into a long round. Double Skirmishes, part of the discard package. We certainly don't want to play these from hand ever. When this unit's discarded, summon it from your graveyard to your melee row. So make sure you got enough room melee row. We're trying to do all of this discard package round 1. Round 2 latest. Herkia, Veil, Zeal, order ability, melee. Split 3 damage randomly between enemy units on a row. At the end of your turn, if order is not used, damage a random enemy unit by 1. The idea for Herkia is that she allows us more consistency with Bloodthirst. She amplifies this card's ability. And the kind of sequencing of play we want to do is really play Herkia as early on as possible behind Defender over the course of a long round 3. And then soon after we play this card, right? And the idea is that as this card damages, so will this consistent pings of damage. And I believe with the order ability, this Ulula card will make Herkia's order play for 6 points of damage because of how it works. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. We've got Morkvarg as a discard target as well. When this unit enters your graveyard during the round, summon it to your melee row and give it Doom. Keep in mind, Morkvarg is a beast as well. So if for some instance something went wrong with our other beast unit that we're looking to target for Sov, we can go for Morkvarg as well. If it's still left in the deck, we could summon Morkvarg out. So yeah, I mean, that's interesting to consider as well, I guess. With Yuta, Yuta will be our leader ability target. Deploy, if Yuta is the highest unit, damage self by 6. An interesting thing to keep in mind now is that Sov will be the highest powered unit, I believe, for us. So if we potentially brick Yuta, it's not as devastating as other times where she's just going to damage by 6. Maybe we can play her for deploy still, because now we're running this card in this deck and how this works. So we do have a few bricks to look out for, but we also have a few ways to work around them. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, we're just looking to keep Yuta in deck at all times. Obviously, we're going to play Ice down on the board first. Click leader. Yuta will get summoned out to the board. Pretty big point swing. Ulula. Order, damage a unit by 2. Whenever an enemy unit takes damage from your warriors, damage it by 1, ignoring its armor. So this is like a damage multiplier, this card, right? Which is, interestingly enough, why I've gone for this kind of a deck. It seems a bit different. Like, it's kind of like an engine-based deck here. As you can see, we've got units which are doing damage consistently, you know, throughout the round. So a main part of the reason of why you see the build look the way it is, it's because of this card for one. And we really want to play this card over a long round 3. I've placed Defender in this deck to really give this card protection in particular. But Herkia is good there as well to be protected. So yeah, the idea is that you want to go like Defender, Herkia, Ulula, and then we start banking off of all the damage that we're going to be doing. We have Burn a Brand, deploy, draw up to 2 cards, then discard the same number of cards. This is, at best, a round 1 card with the discard package. We've gone over the discard cards. What I suggest is that Burner is really played best after having Coral down on the board, because of the way Coral works, right? Whenever you discard a card, damage a random enemy unit by 2. So it does make sense that we sequence it that way. If it would really be, when committing the discard package, it should really be Coral down first thing before we start discarding the rest of our cards, just to get that damage value. So this card has a Zeal order ability. Draw a card, then discard a card as well. So keep that in mind. So discard package, burner, coral, skirmishers, Haymate Skull, round 1. Covenant of Steel, our defender. Berserk 6 at the end of your turn, gain 1 armor. Defender is in here just really to provide protection to Herkia, Ulula. We can also stack other units behind Defender, why not? So it's going to be like a long round 3 card for us. And yeah, that's the main reason for it. I've added in Nilfgaard, Heart of Terror as a tall punish option to deal with boosty kind of units. I think we're going to see a lot of that with Symbiosis now. So at the end of the match, we can go deploy, damage an enemy unit by 1, repeat until target is damaged. So this plays best targeting your opponent's units, which have the highest boost on them. So we've discussed this card here and how it works. Play it over the course of a long round 3 when you have sufficient Bloodthirst to kill off the little Hafru. Iced, Veteran, deploy, Bloodthirst 3, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you discard a Skellige unit during your turn, summon it from your graveyard to this row. We have a counter of 2. Devotion also works whenever a Skellige unit enters graveyard during your turn. So if we can save Iced to be used with leader ability to thin out Utah and do that 12 points of damage on an opponent's unit, other than our beast unit that we're going to be placing there, that is best. But like I said, if it looks like you cannot commit this play effectively with the beast that we're going to thin out, just save our leader with Iced just to kill off that beast unit. Then we've got Harold here. Deploy, play a bronze warrior from your graveyard, give it doom, damage self by 2. That's in this state. We don't have to worry about this. We're a devotion deck, so we get Harold the Cripple here. He's a veiled unit. Deploy, play a bronze warrior from your graveyard and give it doomed. Whenever you play a warrior, damage a random enemy unit by 1. So I think Ulula will be benefiting off of the passive ability of Harold. Okay, so I think our deck is... It seems to be quite... It has quite an emphasis on this engine style of warrior play. It's pretty different to how I usually play warriors, which is interesting. It's good to see something different. What I like to do with Harold, I think, would be pretty much to target the Brockfire warrior. That could play really good. Or perhaps the Berserker as well, because that really works well with Ulula at that time. Okay, so we want to get this card once again. It'd be like Herkia, Ulula, and then Harold because of Harold's passive ability. And we want to get that good damage going on. So round 3 card. And then just as a tutor card for consistency to find good cards we need, we got Blood Eagle. It's an echo card, so we get to play it twice. Damage an enemy unit by 2. Then play a warrior from your deck with a provision cost of 7 or less. The Death Blow, play a warrior from your deck instead. Bloodthirst 3, always trigger the Death Blow. So you could use Blood Eagle round 1 if you like, to pull you some kind of a bronze card from your deck. And then later on, of course, we just really want to ensure we pull these important gold cards that you see here. In particular, Defender as well. We can't pull Nilfgaard because he's a human pirate, not a warrior. So that's the list. Now let me explain how to execute the strategy for the deck. Round 1, I suggest we just try to win utilizing our discard package. And we've got a number of bronzes you can use there. Feel free to commit 1 of each copy of those bronzes. Preferably, if we can though, saving Feral Bond and the Warrior for later. Okay, over the long round 3. So round 1, you would open up with cards such as the discard package, as we stated. So you can commit, to begin with, you may go Haymate Skuld, discard a Skirmisher, wait till your opponent plays a unit on their side of the board. Then you can go Coral, use the order. You can run the rest of the Haymate Skulls out after that. You can play Burner after that. After you've committed your discard package and used your stratagem, then you can start looking to use Blood Eagle. You can use your Bronze Warrior cards from that point onwards. Okay, so really try hard to get around control with that deck, because what we want to ensure is a long round 3 and just hopefully eliminate whatever the opponent plays and cause a lot of damage. So push hard for round 1 victory, pass round 2, long round 3, and in the long round 3, early on we want to establish the engines in our deck. So you want to go Covenant of Steel, then you're going to go Herkia, you play Ulula, you play Herald, bringing back a warrior from our graveyard that can synergize with Ulula. And then from there, you know, we're just playing out our bronzes, our Feral Bond card. And somewhere towards the end of the match, when you have enough Bloodthirst, you'll commit Sove to bring out the little Hafru that we have here. And then hopefully you do that when this will get damaged and destroyed when you've got Bloodthirst 6, okay? And then let's say like final plays at the end of the match will be Iced using Leader, and then you've got Nilfgaard as a tall punish option. So I hope you enjoy the following matches. Thank you for your time and support. They're going first this time. Wild Hunt Hound.
The time for blathering is past.
Ah, what's up, Inari?
Your soul will
That's things, man. Nice to see you, my brother. My Viking brother.
Don't you pester me.
Hopefully now that you're in chat, you can give me some of your Viking luck. I've been losing many matches by a few points, Inari. Summon your ancestral strengths for me. Phantom.
The mother goddess, she giveth and taketh away.
Both armored. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. You know, it's day 1. Hard to say exactly. I wish I could push more. Not sure if I can with this hand. We got 2 obvious bricks. Yeah, sick. What do you think of the Warriors, Inari? Do you like them? Denheim. One of my favorite workout tracks, for sure. Okay, Inari has blessed me with some luck here, it would seem. Please stay in chat, Inari, until the match is over. Whoa, it's Nithril?
I wonder how long you last.
Oh my goodness me. Nithril just like that. Nice. Good to hear. I think it's a pretty clean kill. We have a number of goals to get to, though. Yes. Come down and assert your dominance, my dear skirmisher. Yeah, that's right, Inari. That's how you play it. I'm doing the same thing. You float the order if it's safe, right? What if they're running like Scorch, Curse of Corruption? I don't know. Wow.
We shall do it my way.
Oh man, double brick. Oh. I don't even want to do that. I kind of have to. Dark magic moments. And what's that doing? Spawning frost. Honestly, it looks pretty strong.
Truth is a shard of ice.
And now, this will kill that. Ah. It was close. I like to get the magic generating and, you know, speak it, believe it, manifest it, kind of a thing. Don't touch my Ulula.
We'll paint the white frost red!
Like that. Now they pass or what?
Need your stables cleaned? Look no further.
Ah. What's this infusion? If the end of your turn. Yeah, it's too late to stop that. That one? Damage that?
Into the fray, or I'll pay you myself, you cunts!
This is all new to me. So that higher power than this? I'm not sure. I'll have to play it to find out. Okay. So they're trying to go all in.
retreat. Not one step.
We'll show you how blood spilling's done.
At least it gives us some protection. Armor eats frost.
Stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Okay. Ulula. Ulula. Yuta, are we doing that? Are they going higher than me? Can we? I probably don't even use the order on him. I got bricked up. And we had to use iced. Using iced, I couldn't use this with leader. Hopefully something goes taller than Yuta. Foglet. Hopefully this goes tall.
What's 3 hours in the eye? After 10 cracks, that's what?
Yep, we can do it now.
So,
Good.
no one else dares face me.
Calm and out.
Wow.
I swear it upon the gods, I will avenge my father.
Yes! True. Hey, we gotta get them guides out for the people. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's gotta get done. I'll stay up late if I have to get this guide out.
Listen here. Listen well.
I'm here to serve and lead the army. Forth.
Crack and eat me girly. Looky here.
The ship. A fine vintage it would have made.
Don't you pester me.
The problem is, what do I discard? Hopefully we pull into the discard package or some bronze. We'll see.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
That might even be amusing.
What about that?
Sounds have caught a scent.
Looks good to me. We got a pretty gold heavy hand. And extremely risky if I commit burner there. Because if I pull a few more golds, we're getting rid of something good. Rune Mage. You don't want to see just the good old assimilate, Wex? It ain't your thing. What? It's most interesting.
Match the power of Nilfgaard.
Kind of needs an immediate answer, huh? Oh, with what though? Let's try.
Stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Give me that.
The Emperor shall be proud of his sons.
The mother goddess, she giveth and taketh away.
We can remove the armor from that flanking unit.
I will say done.
It's one thing to do. Oh. Let's do that. At least it shuts it off. You think so? Well, at least they got a clock row now. They can't play this. They're going leader. Wow.
I wonder what kind of snares would have captured this time.
Oh, such a big point gap.
My beauteous Kalanth.
Gotta close it.
Face me.
I got Yennefer for the 12. Mage Torture.
And if I insert a needle here, what then?
Don't see a gap in their armor. Make one.
My god, 130 points.
They used to call me Shrine. Wanna know why?
Spores in Yerden, right. So, because at this time there's a lot of new cards, people aren't really thinking about teching though for things. They just want to play the buffs. Wow. Play the fun stuffs. It's a Renfrey deck, friends. It's at 3 strength now. Different. So they're going all in.
Your name, young man, should be cursed into an urchin.
Look behind you. Oh, come on. Just one look. God save us. He's a madman.
Nice. Turn over.
None of them to sit back and do nothing.
Damaged. Max value.
Down on your knees. Beg for mercy. No one calls us cowards!
That was very nice.
Praying to your gods? They wouldn't dare cross me!
That was very nice. Good. And now, not much left at all. Immunity will just be for the sake of the point slam. This will play for 6 points. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Yeah, we're just gonna float him, not using the order. Yeah. 11 points is nice now, immunity.
What? This?
Good, they got the lockout. Mage Torturer.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps. A bit.
Come on.
Nothing like some overseas.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Good. Jackpot, eh? Looking for the discard package. Bit gold heavy.
The mother goddess, she giveth and taketh away.
Nothing like some overseas plundering in springtime.
So, a few close matches tonight. Just out of range, unfortunately. What do we go for discarding?
We shall do it my way.
Seem to be pulling Jutta a fair bit round one.
Let's not get in the way of my axe.
Nice to see you, friends. Very excited, yes. Probably the happiest time for me is at the beginning of each season. A lot of different things to test out and try, hey. So yeah, I think tomorrow will be NG maybe with that new leader. And then like Monsters Frost. Symbiosis. Probably Syndicate last. That's a really solid bronze. I do like that bronze though. Great card.
Man's got the wares if you've got the coin.
Shady Vendor, that got nerfed. New Siggy. You probably will see it. We'll give up round control. Let them take it. It's too close. So fun playing these new cards out though. It's really good. I just need to get a bit of luck. And play Sov. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Need to play him.
Robs them of speech.
Sup, Corp? Yeah, new cards are in. I don't know yet, Death Star. I'm really not sure. It may very well do that. It's like a nice long round hand for us. Let's see. Do you wish to bleed or what? What are you gonna do?
Behold the goddess's wrath!
Get rid of that. Yeah, heaps of frost. We've seen a lot. Probably my most versed opponent has been Frost.
The eternal fire guides. The eternal fire protects.
Still don't know if they're really trying to bleed or what here. That's a perfect answer. Nice. Are they gonna pass or what? Maybe it's a better case for us. That's what we want, right?
Not to stop me.
Nice interaction. That's sick, man. Nice to hear that. That's probably the most important videos I put out. Mental health related ones. Aren't they? What's more important than that? Most important thing is to help one another in life, man. No! Okay, so like a thinner beast within Utah, and then I'll play that at the end somewhere. My freaking luck. Come on, magic! Work! Hey, it's the beginning of the season. It takes time. Just give your boy a second. New cards, energy is generating.
Slow and jet.
Wow, thank you for the gifted subs. Fear Wax. Oh my god. I'm stoked, thank you. My goodness, man. What a champion you are. Thank you.
He's a madman.
Thank you, UX. Thank you, thank you. My goodness, man. Blown away by the generosity. Thanks, my friends. Thank you for supporting your boy. Now, how much control is their deck really running? Veil's nice on Herkia.
Perhaps it
Does protect from poisons.
an active one.
We don't have to roast stack now. So we do double damage now. This is my idea of this. Yep. It's good interaction. We can play Harold. Kind of reserving our leader as a final option for Sov. Sov? How you want to call it? Oh, it's Tunnel Drill, is it?
That one, he venerates not the fire.
Wow. So that dies. They kill Herkia. Yep, we're gonna have to...
Skellige and Syndicate shall stand ever together.
Exactly what I hoped for.
Yeah, I'm gonna release it on my YouTube channel after the stream. You can catch it there. Thank you, Lemon. Appreciate it. Good to get Tunnel Drill out of the way. Every time. Whoa. What do you think about it? That was my concern. Every time. Crap.
Be ashamed to let this beauty go to waste.
That's a lot of boosting, man. So how does that bronze work again? Okay, so we actually want a bit of damage around?
What 3 hours in the eye? A pinprick, that's what.
Really? Okay.
Up and at 'em, you lazy bastards! You'll sleep when you're dead. We'll paint the white frost red!
Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Irish Hog, is it? Thank you very much.
Abandon your false guns!
Rinse is pretty good. Emir is really nice too. Depends on your style of play. Emir is pretty good with like an imprisonment deck. And you know, Rinse is more like hyper thin and clogging. So just choose according to your style. Let's see. Yeah, Rinse is like really strong though too.
Yes, you! Have you made your offering?
Okay. So...
Oh, how wonderful! You speak our tongue.
Okay, we'll have Skull last. Oh, we could do it now. Hoping to pull... Well, like, even Coral's not bad, to be honest.
Don't you pester me.
Seriously.
You, yes, you! Have you made
Hello,
your
how are you?
offering?
See me smiling. I'm dead serious.
Ah, it's close matches. Too many points?